Pleased to be speaking with Kerim Sener this morning from Ariana Resources. Kerim, morning.
Good morning, Andrew. How are you?
Yeah, good, Kerim. Good to see you. You're in Turkey this morning. You've been there for just over a week. Spent a fair bit of time so far at Kiziltepe. How are things looking there?
Very well. So the work at Kiziltepe, it's great to see the progress over the last couple of months. A lot of work has been underway on the Banu vein. A fair amount of new mining has occurred there. We're expanding that pit now to its full capacity. We're expecting to conclude the mining at Banu over the course of the next couple of months because it is only a small satellite pit. And then work has also accelerated on the northwest end of the Arzu South pit. So later in the year, currently expecting perhaps an early 2025 start, we'll be mining ore once more from the Arzu South vein as part of the expansion of the Kiziltepe project. We're also looking at a few other areas as possible expansions. One area in particular on the northwest end of Arzu North, some further work that's required there. And obviously, all of this is buoyed by the current trajectory of the gold price. So long may it continue that way. There's more work planned for Kepes area, so Kepes West in particular. So right now we're considering a trenching program that can commence only later in September because the fields there are currently in crop. So once those fields are cleared, then we can move in and commence that trenching work. There's additional work that's also been underway in parallel at Kızılçukur. So some developments on that front, we'll be announcing some updates on that sort of later on in the year as we progress that project to the point where it can be mined and the material can be trucked down to Kızıltepe, but we're certainly tracking in the right direction there. So that's pleasing to see. So overall, very exciting times for the Kızıltepe sector. The mine is, of course, nearing the end of its mine life now, but we're really sort of seeing what we can do to exploit every last bit of the resource potential in and around Kızıltepe itself, and to look at some of these satellite areas to source additional feed.
And you're jumping in the car and heading to Tavsan tomorrow. We're prepping for further
Yes.
drillings taking place. What are the plans there?
Yeah, so really very interested to see what's the latest state of play at Tavsan. So as you know, we commenced the a loan arrangement with a major bank in Turkey. So that's Ziraat Bankası, a $20 million loan was drawn down. That's enabled us to re-accelerate the work that was underway at the Tavsan site for the project build. Because we had been pacing ourselves in terms of project development with the cash flow from the Kızıltepe operation providing for the development of Tavsan. So that was great. We managed to sort of stay away from the debt markets through that period, but we kept tapping the opportunities to take on a bit of debt so we could re-accelerate the build. And that's particularly important as we go through the summer months here in Turkey, because we need to lay the leach liners. So that work is just in the process of commencing now. And there's all the equipment, the major equipment items, the long lead items, they're in order, they're on their way. A lot of other equipment is already on site. So I'm looking forward to sort of seeing where we sit with all of that. And as a result, I'll no doubt be taking a whole bunch of photographs and look forward to getting some of those out to the market in due course and providing a broader update on the Tavsan opportunity.
Am I right in thinking you're also preparing for some further drilling at Salinbash?
Yes, we are. So our team is heading off to Salinbash in another week or so. So what we're looking to do is reappraise our understanding of the geology of the Salinbash deposit itself, and of course the related Ardalı copper, gold, molybdenum, porphyry. But the work that we've commenced on the Salinbash deposit, based on the prior round of drilling, has opened up some intriguing possibilities. And we previously alluded to some higher grade mineralization that sits underneath the Salinbash zone. That is not very well characterized, but it forms a sort of breccia zone of mineralization. And we need to understand what that really represents, whether it truly is a feeder into the Salinbash zone or not. And there are other aspects of the Salinbash mineralization that we feel that we need to better characterize before we move Salinbash to a new mineral resource estimate. So we have a lot of the data that we need to be able to put the mineral resource estimate together, but there are some aspects of that that we want to sort of better nail down in terms of our sort of restraining our understanding of the geology. So we've got, a large group heading over there to commence that work, and there'll be work associated with further PXRF analysis of the drill core. So that work will take some time sort of to go through, but sort of later on this year, we're hopeful that we could be in a position to announce a mineral resource estimate update on Salinbash. And drilling at Salinbash, yeah, we're prepping for a new drilling program there. So the team will sort of be involved in that aspect as well.
And of course, Zimbabwe, Kerim, that's been in the headlines a
Yes,
bit lately for Ariana.
yes,
What news
yeah,
can we
very much
expect
so.
near term from this project?
Yes, so the team is just in the process now of wrapping up the due diligence program effectively. So that's essentially behind us now, but we're just sort of tying off loose ends there. There's some additional portable XRF work that we're just completing on some of the historic core. The work that we did with the PXRF on Dokway was really instrumental in our improved understanding of the geology and led to the improved mineral resource estimate. So in fact, it's really a lot of that work has led to our thinking and reinterpretation of Salinbash, in fact, because we feel that the PXRF was so valuable at Dokwe that we really should do the same for Salinbash. So in that sense, there's been a bit of cross-fertilization across projects, so that's been great. Then the detector trial that we had underway and that we announced recently, we're just on the very tail end of that work as well. So we'll wrap that up, get the team back over from Zimbabwe to Turkey. But in terms of the other work that we're currently underway on for Dokway, we're moving from the mineral resource estimate through a new pit optimization, both for Dokway North and Dokway Central. And that is an interim step before we are able to announce new reserves. So just to talk through that process, the new pit optimizations will define the amount of mineralization that sits within an optimized pit. And we're using a $2,000 case pit. Once we've done that, and we've got that announcement out of the way, that will inform the market as to what the potential, the broader potential and potential mine life of the expanded project might look like. Once we've completed that, we will then go to a designed set of pits for both Dokway North and Dokway Central. And once we've got the pit designs, and that will be another couple of months away, we'll then be able to announce reserves. So just to remind listeners, we had a 0.8 million ounce reserve figure just for Dokway North, based on the 2022 pre-feasibility study. We are hopeful that we will increase that number by a reasonable margin, because of course we're adding in Dokway Central. So we'll have both pits at Dokway North and Dokway Central going forward.
Fair bit of news coming out near term, Kerim. We'll see you soon.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, absolutely. Look forward to it.